The most attractive man in the room isn't the loudest, the flashiest, or the one trying hardest to impress. It's the man sitting calmly in the corner, completely unbothered by whether anyone notices him. And in this video, I'll explain the psychology behind why women are magnetically drawn to cold, calm, composed men, and how you become that man starting today. Let's begin with the truth that changes how you show up forever. Here's the thing. Desperation repels. Detachment attracts. Most men try to win women over by showing maximum interest, maximum effort, maximum availability. They text immediately. They compliment constantly. They rearrange their schedule to accommodate her. They broadcast need. And women feel it instantly and pull away because need is the opposite of attraction. The cold, calm man operates differently. He's not cold in the sense of cruel or uncaring. He's cold in the sense of emotionally regulated, unaffected by outcomes, and completely self-contained. He doesn't need her attention to feel valuable. He doesn't need her approval to feel confident. He doesn't need her affection to feel complete. And that self-containment creates a gravitational pull that women can't explain but can't resist. I like to call this the unbothered magnetism principle. The less you need from her, the more she needs from you. Think about it. Women are surrounded by men who want something from them. Attention, validation, sex, a relationship, whatever. The average guy approaches every interaction with an agenda. He's trying to get something. She feels it. It feels transactional. It feels exhausting. But when a man shows up with zero agenda, just existing in his own frame, unbothered by whether she's interested or not, that's novel. That's different. That creates curiosity. Who is this man who doesn't need anything from me? Why isn't he trying to impress me like everyone else? What makes him so self-contained? And curiosity turns into attraction. Let me tell you a story. Years ago, I was at a party. There was this girl everyone was orbiting around. Beautiful, charismatic, clearly used to male attention. Every guy there was competing for her focus. Trying to be funny, interesting, impressive. I watched for a while, then went outside to the balcony to get air. She came out about 10 minutes later. Not to talk to me specifically, just to escape the crowd. We stood there in silence for maybe 30 seconds. Then she said, "You're not like the other guys here." I didn't take the bait. Didn't ask what she meant. Just said, "How so?" She said, "You don't seem to care whether I notice you or not." I smiled and said, "I don't. Not rudely, just factually. We talked for maybe 5 minutes. Surface level stuff." Then I said I was heading out and left. No asking for her number. No trying to extend the conversation. Just left. 2 days later, she found me on social media and messaged first. That interaction taught me something crucial. The moment you stop needing something from her, you become the thing she needs. So what makes a man cold and calm in the way that attracts? Let me break down the 5 core elements. Element 1, emotional regulation. This is the foundation everything else builds on. Most men are emotionally reactive. Someone disrespects them, they get angry immediately. A woman rejects them, they get defensive or sad immediately. Their external circumstances control their internal state. That's weak frame. That signals to women that you're not emotionally stable enough to lead. The cold, calm man has mastered emotional regulation. He feels emotions, but he doesn't become them. He chooses his response instead of reacting automatically. Someone disrespects him. He stays calm and addresses it from a position of control. A woman rejects him. He accepts it without his ego shattering. His internal state remains stable regardless of external circumstances. That stability is incredibly attractive because it signals strength. Women are biologically wired to seek men who can stay calm under pressure. That calmness signals competence, control, and the ability to protect and lead. When your emotions are regulated, you become the stable center she can orbit around. Element 2, outcome independence. This means you're genuinely okay with either outcome. She's interested. Great. She's not interested. Also fine. Your value doesn't change based on her decision. Most men approach interactions with women from a place of need. They need it to go well. They need her to like them. They need the validation. That need shows up in their body language, tone, and behavior. She senses it, and sensing need makes her feel like she holds all the power. That's not attractive. The cold, calm man approaches with outcome independence. If she's interested, he'll explore that. If she's not, he'll move on without his ego being damaged. His life is full and valuable with or without her. That outcome, independence, shows up as confidence, not arrogance. Confidence. And confidence is attractive because it's rare. Most men are insecure and hiding it. The man who's genuinely secure stands out effortlessly. Element 3. Strategic scarcity. This is about making your presence feel rare and valuable, not abundant and cheap. Most men make themselves too available. They text back instantly. They're always free when she wants to hang out. They drop plans to accommodate her schedule. That constant availability communicates low value. If you're always available, you must not have much going on. The cold, calm man creates strategic scarcity, not by playing games, but by genuinely having a full life that she has to fit into, not revolve around. He doesn't text back instantly, not because he's playing games, but because he was focused on something important. He's not always free, not because he's pretending to be busy, but because he actually has commitments, projects, goals. His presence feels valuable because it's limited, and humans value what feels scarce. When she has to earn your time and attention, she values it more. When it's freely given without her investing anything, she takes it for granted. Element 4. Emotional restraint. This is about keeping your cards close and not spilling your entire inner world to her immediately. Most men overshare. They explain every feeling, share every thought, confess attraction too early. They think transparency builds connection. It doesn't. It kills mystery. Women are attracted to men they have to figure out. When you lay everything out immediately, there's nothing left to discover. The cold, calm man practices emotional restraint. He shares selectively. He doesn't explain every decision. He doesn't justify his choices. He doesn't seek her approval for his feelings. He keeps parts of himself private. Not because he's hiding, but because mystery creates intrigue. This doesn't mean being closed off. It means being selective about what you reveal and when. You share enough to create connection, but not so much that she thinks she has you completely figured out. Element 5. Self-directed purpose. This is the element that ties everything together. The cold, calm man isn't focused on women. He's focused on his mission, his goals, his purpose. Women are a part of his life, not the center of it. Most men make women their primary focus. Their mood depends on female attention. Their decisions revolve around attracting women. Their self-worth comes from female validation. That's weak frame. That makes women the prize and you the pursuer. The cold, calm man flips that. He's building something, a business, a skill, a body, a life. Women are welcome to join that journey, but they're not the journey itself. His purpose is self-directed and exists independent of female attention. And, ironically, that makes him more attractive. Because women want to be part of something bigger. They want a man who's going somewhere. When your life revolves around her, you have nowhere to go. When your life revolves around your mission and she gets to come along, that's attractive. Brother, here's the practical framework for becoming this man. 1. Fix your need for external validation. Every time you find yourself seeking approval, asking if something is okay, explaining your choices to people who didn't ask, you're giving power away. Practice making decisions and not explaining them. Practice being okay with people not understanding you. Practice valuing your own opinion of yourself more than others' opinions. 2. Build emotional regulation. Start noticing when you're emotionally reactive. When something triggers anger, anxiety, or sadness, pause before responding. Feel the emotion without becoming it. Then choose your response consciously. This takes practice. Start small. Traffic doesn't make you angry anymore. Rude people don't steal your peace. Rejection doesn't shatter your ego. You feel things but remain centered. 3. Create genuine scarcity. Fill your life with pursuits that matter. Fitness, skills, business. When she texts, respond on your schedule, not immediately. When she wants to hang out, check your calendar and fit her in where it works. Don't drop everything. This isn't manipulation. This is having a life valuable enough that you can't drop everything for one person. 4. Practice strategic mystery. Stop explaining everything. Stop oversharing. When she asks a question, answer just enough to satisfy curiosity, but not so much that there's nothing left to wonder. Leave gaps. Let her imagination fill them. Tell stories that imply more than they state. Start sentences and change topics. Make her work to understand you. 5. Clarify your mission. What are you building? What matters to you beyond women? If you can't answer that clearly, that's your first problem. Find what drives you independent of female attention. Then pursue it relentlessly. Women will notice, and the right ones will want to be part of it. Now let's talk about what this looks like in practice. You're talking to a woman. Most guys would be trying to impress her, qualify themselves, keep her engaged. You're calm, you're present, but you're not performing. You ask questions, but you're genuinely curious, not trying to build rapport. You share things, but you're not seeking approval. You enjoy the conversation, but you're equally fine if it ends. She says something to test you. Most guys would react defensively or try to prove themselves. You stay calm. Maybe you smile slightly. Maybe you redirect. You don't take the bait because your ego isn't involved. She pulls away or goes quiet. Most guys would panic and try harder. You give space. You don't chase. You're comfortable with silence and distance because you don't need constant reassurance. She comes back. Most guys would be relieved and show it. You're warm but unchanged. Her absence didn't affect you. Her presence doesn't validate you. You're the same stable center either way. That consistency, that emotional stability, that self-containment creates the kind of attraction that doesn't fade quickly, because it's not based on tricks or performance. It's based on who you actually are. A man who doesn't need anything from her. And paradoxically, that's exactly what makes her need something from you. Let me give you the final piece. Becoming this man isn't about suppressing emotion or acting cold. It's about genuine internal strength. It's about doing the inner work to reach a place where you genuinely don't need external validation to feel whole. Where you're building a life so fulfilling that female attention is nice but not necessary. Where your emotional state is stable because it's self-generated, not dependent on circumstances. That's not something you fake. That's something you become through consistent practice, self-development, and prioritizing your mission over people's approval. And when you become that man, you won't have to chase attraction. Attraction will come to you because scarcity of genuine strength is rare, and rare things are valuable. Because in the end, the cold, calm man isn't playing games or pretending not to care. He genuinely doesn't need her approval to feel valuable. And that authenticity, what creates the magnetic pull that women can't resist. This was the dark needle. Stay sharp.